What happened? Okay. Oh, they say. Oh. How low? How low we talking? Okay. All right. Okay. Put it up. Oh, my. Yeah, I know. I'm raising it. I'm raising it. So, hot mic and YouTube. Oh, sir. Go to the podcast. There we go. Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
All right. All right. I think that's better.
Yeah, we're good. Yes, sir.
Microphone. Okay.
Hear us.
Huh? I don't think so. I think it. I think we're in a.
You get no feedback or nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I can't hear myself.
Got a little bit louder now.
Yeah, I got it. I think we're good. All right, perfect. There we go. Hey, it turned the brown half of the black and brown films. It said something about crusty backdrop, but he don't got no backdrop. Oh no, all right, there we go. Oh, we got some people in the bill. Okay, we got 55 on YouTube.
Okay,
That's what's
so we
up.
got going on over here. Hold on. I done messed. Oh,
Don't screw it up now.
I'm not, bro. Come on, this
Gotta scroll down. Gotta scroll down now. All right.
Don't molest the microphone. Chisel the Dollars 2020.
What's wrong with it? All right.
Coronavirus. This is.
Okay. All right, we good. We good. Oh, my back.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right, we doing this?
Yeah, we doing.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna take some time, brother. All right, let's get it.
You gotta do the intro because obviously we live. So I'm gonna jump into
Ready?
it. You remember what to say?
All right, yeah, I do. Are you in the?
No, he's just.
Oh, he's just. Brother.
Somebody had mentioned a cameo from his
Yeah,
hand.
they see my hand in the picture. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
got a significant hand, brother.
yeah.
That's right.
That's a little.
They could feel his presence because you know he's.
What's up? It's your man Marv Glover.
Indeed, diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical, individual, the chiseled Adonis.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hold My Nuggets podcast. Here where we talk 50% sports,
50% real shit.
100% of the time. And if you don't like that, you can hold my nuggets. Suck my dick. Ladies and gentlemen, we are streaming from Hot Mic. We are streaming from YouTube. We are streaming from 2 separate Instagram channels. The Chiseled Adonis live stream to the right. The Hold My Nuggets live stream to the left. Why are you putting a mask on?
It's the aesthetic.
Inside? Oh, you're trying to match my energy.
Now I got nothing to do with you. It got everything to do with quarantine, brother.
Somebody just sent hard eyes. I don't know who it was for, but favorite adult film stars, brother. This is a family show. God bless you.
Oh
this
my!
Is,
Wait a minute.
But ladies and gentlemen,
somebody enjoying their quarantine.
This is our first interactive.
Oh,
you
yeah.
understand? Quarantine edition. You understand? And this is episode 24.
24.
Kobe edition.
Don't do that, brother.
You understand? Episode, of the Hold My Nuggets podcast. This is a lot going on.
Not Kobe, man.
This is not Kobe.
Not Kobe.
R.I.P. the late and great Kobe Bryant.
Golly.
But it's a lot going on right now. We're live on several places. 4 different places. YouTube, Hot Mic, and 2 separate Instagram channels. This is history in the making.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Why did we decide to do this? Let the fans know.
Why?
Yes.
Because it had to be done. It's been too long. It's been about a month or so
It's been
since
about a
they've
month.
seen our face, at least simultaneously, together, at the same
You
time.
understand? And it's a lot that's been going on.
Absolutely. You had a whole lot of signings, free agent signings,
Right.
the draft as well. Last dance is transpiring as well. I'm
Right.
keeping my eye on everybody who's here.
Right. We got this is the whole. Okay, we got.
Oh, yeah.
People in the Chiseled Adonis thing. If y'all with us, send some fire emojis. You understand? Send some fire emojis.
Oh, you want people to put something so they there?
Yeah.
All right, that's
so I know
cool.
they there.
You could just go down the list and you shout everybody out who in the building.
Shout
All
out
right,
to
so
Bro, Eat Your Cereal. Shout out to
somebody
The
name
Block.
is-
Shout out to Mini Rex.
How's it
Shout out
going?
to King 11,
Go to
Chris,
YouTube.
Big
It's
Boy
kinda far, though.
Sketches, Ace Boogie 18, Taver I, Daryl Jr. 96,
I'll go to YouTube
Angelo
channel.
MT, Mini Rex, Uchiha Gaming.
Yo, unlock your phone so I can go to the
Vorster.
unlock your phone so I go to.
Swaggy Brandon.
There's people on
joined.
YouTube I gotta talk to.
I'm shaking the camera too much.
There's people on YouTube I
Hold on,
want
give me a second, brother. I'm
the
trying
people
to-
on YouTube's
Hold on.
names, though.
Hello, I'm gonna just send an H so that the thing goes. There you
YouTube.
go. Oh,
How's it going?
YouTube.
Yeah,
There
go
you
to look. Yeah. For YouTube.
Go ahead, go to
Because I
YouTube.
see their names.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
popping up.
Yeah,
It's going upwards. All right, there we go. There we go.
we here, man. They tuned in.
Javian Hilton in the building. Pat Ladden.
Pat Ladden.
Falcon 1. Edwards Denzel. Random Schmo.
Yep.
P1 Gabe 35. You know when I was doing the WrestleMania live stream, he actually only lost one match in his predictions.
Interesting.
Yeah,
He's
man.
nice.
Yeah,
He's
oh yeah,
nice.
yeah.
He's
He's good with the predictions, man. Pretty good. If I want to go, do the lotto, I think I might hit him up to confide in what numbers to pick.
Gotcha.
And if I do lose, I'm gonna have to kill him.
There you go.
All right,
That's
Ty G, Linton,
Nick
John
Carr,
Kenter,
Echo
Gabriel
Savage.
Rivera, Charles Brown, AJ Walker. How's it going?
Yep, we're here. We're here.
Gerald Mitchell,
Jailed. Oh,
Dubstep, bruh. That's an interesting name.
That's
Dubstep,
Dubstep,
bruh.
Dubstep,
Oh, is
bruh.
it like Dubstep, bruh?
No, I don't know.
How would you say that?
Dubstep, bruh.
Ah, okay. Oh, with like the so
Like
he
a
just
comma.
ain't put the comma.
Yeah, you
All right,
didn't put
fair
that. So
enough.
dubstep,
Fair
bruh?
enough.
Maybe it's a
Stubbs
question.
96. All right.
Yeah.
Jose Josue in the building.
Yeah. Yo, somebody
Jay-
said it looks like we on break from construction. That's
Ah.
funny.
It's fun. It's fun.
That is funny. Don't be
Darius
watching,
Williams, EJ Movement. How's it going?
Oh goodness.
Manuel Yanez Aguilera.
Uh-huh.
I think I said that wrong.
Might have.
Gaming God in the building.
Yes, sir.
How is it going? Jameer Smith.
Jameer Smith.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Whole lot of that going on.
Thomas Bernhardt. Is
Okay.
that how it's pronounced?
Just show,
The Steelers King in the building. We're gonna talk some Steelers. Unknown Savage.
23 live on
Nathan
here.
Adams.
9 live on the other one. People in the Hold My Nuggets alive.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be scared to show some
Marco,
love.
how's it going?
Over here, don't be scared to show some love. So we can shout people out all day, all night.
Oh, yeah,
but ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen, we
Let's
got
get-
short
let's get to it. Let's
I
get
want
to
to let y'all know what's getting ready to happen. So we're going to touch on some topics. We're going to talk about the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about The Last Dance, right? The Michael Jordan 10-part series documentary. And of course, we will be talking about Tampa, because that's what they're calling now, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But more importantly, at some point in time in this, well, I don't know why he put the mask on. At some point in time in this stream, we are going to be going live with y'all here in the Instagram live on this side. On this side, we're going to be taking questions from y'all, just giving y'all a chance to interact. I know y'all locked in the crib. You understand? You've been beating your dick.
Oh!
Time now, yeah.
Oh!
It's time for you. Focus, brother. Focus. Yeah, you've been beating your shit for quite some time now.
And
It's time
touching
for
your clitorises
touching
for the
your clitorises.
ladies.
I don't know if we have any ladies.
Oh, we
today.
do. Don't
We just,
disrespect.
why are you putting on gloves, brother?
Huh? I don't know. It might be too late. I'm not too sure.
Nah, it doesn't matter. But we will be taking questions. We will be letting y'all join live streams and all that from this side. Well, in your court, from the east to the west.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back
Yeah.
to the east.
Yeah.
Back to the west.
All right,
to the east
you
and
know
back
what?
To the west again.
If I got it, I got it. But I'm gonna say this much: you can't do it that way. You
No.
gotta have some enthusiasm. if you're gonna
Don't
do
knock
the-
over the mic when
No,
you
no,
say
I'm
it.
not going to. But
Okay.
when you talk about east to the west, you gotta have some. You gotta
wanna-
bring it comes from
You wanna do it?
from the east
Nah.
to the west, back to the east, back to the west. So you
Yeah.
gotta have some.
Some.
Yeah, it comes with a little bit of pizzazz. You gotta
Little
kind of
pizzazz.
flex
Well, I'll tell
when
you
you're
who
doing
did
it.
have a lot of pizzazz. There were
Who's
a lot
that?
of young African men and, other races as well
Yep.
across the country who had a whole lot of pizzazz this past weekend
yeah.
because their dreams were fulfilled. I'm talking about
Absolutely.
lifelong dreams. I actually know somebody who once had dreams of going to the NFL themselves. Didn't really work out. I think they're doing like YouTube or Instagram or something like that now. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, a whole lot of people,
Yeah,
actually.
a whole
Yeah,
lot of
you know.
people. One person in particular that I know that actually looks like Orlando Blue / another person that's in the NFL, Michael Thomas. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the people who did make the NFL.
Wow.
All right, we're talking about the 2020 NFL draft class. That's right. I'm talking about this past weekend, April 23rd or 25th. People that did make the NFL saw their dreams come into fruition.
Cool.
Did you? Anyways, we'll talk about that another
Nah,
time.
man.
You just.
I always wanted to be a garbage.
You're close. You're almost there. You're almost
Yeah,
there.
a little bit.
But ladies and gentlemen, this past weekend, yes, you did see the 2020 NFL draft. A lot of surprises, a lot of shockers, a lot of things that we saw. Of course, the number 1 overall pick, we all saw it coming. Joe Burrow from the LSU Tigers to the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 2, Chase Young to the Washington Redskins. Number 3, Jeff Okudah to the Detroit Lions. But then from there, it was a toss-up. It was an absolute toss-up. It was a madhouse. We didn't see a lot of things coming. A lot of things happened that we didn't see. But let's get right to it.
You can pull up the draft list.
The draft
Yeah, just
list.
pull up in order of what players went to certain teams. Because I'll tell you this much, our biggest surprise is when it came to receivers. That Jerry Jeudy and C.D. Lamb actually weren't the first two receivers taken.
No, they were not, but we'll get to those in a few because another interesting pick, the number 4 pick with the New York Giants taking Andrew Thomas, the tackle out of Georgia. I'm going to start off with you. Did you like, love, or hate that move for the New York Football Giants?
I like the move because they definitely needed some help up front.
Okay.
All right, because you know the history of Eli Manning, cooking up some apple turnovers because the brother ain't have no protection like that. Now you saw the tail end of the season, they're actually playing way better football. They need to add protection up there. So it was an essential pick to go and pick up that offensive tackle over there. I like the boy's technique. All right. Just a little bit. He got to hone his craft. But it's a good pick for the Giants. I liked it. Them being in the division of them boys. I wonder what you thought about that.
Well, I mean, I thought it was a good pick. The only thing that kind of shocked me was that obviously when you talk about the draft boards, not every prospect that's rated the highest is going to end up turning out to be the best in his class. We all know that. However, there were, I believe, 2 to 3 other tackles that were rated above him. You had a Mekhi Becton who ended up going to the Jets. You had a Jedrick Willis who ended up going to the Browns, and then also Tristan Wirfs, who I think was one of the top-rated ones from Iowa, who ended up going to the Buccaneers, right? So Andrew Thomas as the pick was definitely a bit surprising. However, I think the thing with Dave Gettleman has shown us is that he's got a bit of a Chip Kelly factor to him in that he has a, well, watch this kind of mode to him where it's like he always wants to get, not always, but he wants to make the moves. He wants to make the picks that people don't seem as conventional. They don't seem that like everyone wants to make, and to show you that he's smarter, he knows what he's doing, and he has the above all football mind. So, I mean, they did need a tackle. They did need to buff up that O-line. You do have your quarterback in the future in a Daniel Jones who you have to protect. You do have your star running back in a Saquon Barkley that you also need to protect, right? Offensively, I like what the Giants have so far in an Evan Ingram, in a Sterling Shepard.
They might move on from Evan Ingram. They might, but I do like Slayton. That's my sleeper right there. He reminds me of Hakeem Nicks, and can be better. So I like him. But it was a good pick.
So I'm not mad at the pick. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it because it was a pick that they needed, but not necessarily a prospect that you thought they were going to go to. But then from there, back-to-back quarterbacks taken. Right, we have the Miami Dolphins who ended up going with Tua. Tag him up. Tag of Leoa.
What was it that Rick Ross said? Tag of Leoa. He said tag of Ravioli.
You gotta go with Tua. You gotta
know what that
Tua,
brother
tag
said.
him a Leoa. I don't know, but you have the Miami Dolphins with the number 5 pick that ended up going with Tua Tagovailoa, and number 6 with the Los Angeles Chargers taking their guy Justin Herbert, the QB from Oregon.
That was shocking.
I'll say this much: there were talks that the Dolphins probably could go in the direction of Justin Herbert. Maybe they would bypass going to quarterback at all and take a tackle and move forward with Ryan Fitz. Maybe pick up another quarterback in free agency. But they ended up going with who we all thought they were going to go with in a Tua. What are your thoughts on the Dolphins moving and taking Tua?
I like the pick. Okay. Although I'm not really sold on the health of Tua. I don't think that he will be able to pan out in the pros if the brother cannot stay healthy. His durability is in question. But I will say this much. Great pick. From the remaining quarterbacks that were there, I like Tua going there, and I think the style that Flores is trying to input in that system, it should be able to work as long as it can protect the brother. I think they'll be fine. So I like them picking him ahead of Herbert.
I'm going to say I love the pick, and here's why. I think that the Tua, unlike a lot of, there's a house phone in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I love the pick of Tua because you got to keep in mind that, of course, the question of if is always going to come into factor. But if he wasn't to get that hip injury that he got, there was an argument that could have been made that he would have been taken number 1 over Joe Burrow. But of course, the question is his health. We know the brother could ball. We know he has a lot of talent. His upside is huge. The comparisons to Drew Brees have been made. I think that him going to the Miami Dolphins was the best case scenario because this is a team that is clearly still rebuilding. They don't have to start him this year. They can give him a quote unquote redshirt year where they let Ryan Fitzpatrick play throughout the year, right? They let Tua sit back like we saw the Chiefs did with Patrick Mahomes, and a lot of other teams have done in the past. Let him learn, give him some time to ingratiate himself and work his way into becoming a starting quarterback. And then the following year, once you know for sure that his health is 100%, once you've built up on that offensive line, right, even more and gotten some more pieces around him, then you start the brother. But I love the pick because I think his upside is huge, and I think that health-wise, if they're able to get that O-line set and the pieces around him, he'll be fine.
And that's one thing that a lot of people, when it comes to quarterbacks, and nowadays, because of what you saw with Andrew Luck, what you saw with Cam Newton, what you saw with Russell Wilson, and instant success. Hell, even a Dak Prescott, and these quarterbacks who come straight out of college, they get thrown into the fire having to start, and they play sensational. Now, whenever a quarterback gets drafted in the first round, you expect them to start immediately. If they don't, there seems to be an issue, and you constantly have the starter under pressure to look over their shoulder because the first round draft pick should be in the game, and then when the first round draft pick in the game, you're expected to be that of a Pro Bowler.
Right.
You can't have an average kind of season. Right. So if Tua were to sit behind Fitzpatrick, I got no problem with that. If he were to start, you better be prepared for if he's out there looking like a rookie, you got to deal with that.
Right.
So yeah, I like the pick.
There are some people that are saying that don't be surprised if he becomes a starter by week 6 or week 7. But like I said,
absolutely, because you don't know what's going to happen with Fitz.
But at the same time, it's like, I mean, obviously now the AFC East is wide open, given that the Patriots are also in rebuilding mode, right? You have the Bills, who look like the best team out of the AFC East right now, along with the Jets, who are currently trying to get their pieces together and things like that. But if I'm the Miami Dolphins, I don't start Tua at all this year. I'm thinking about next year and everything else moving forward, because a quarterback is a long-term investment. If he is your guy for the future, you have him for at least the next 10 to 15 years minimum, right? If he is able to remain healthy. But then after that, you have, like I said, the Los Angeles Chargers, who ended up going with
Herbert,
the number 6 pick in a Justin Herbert, the QB from Oregon. What were your thoughts on this pick?
I wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
I was not feeling it. If I was the Chargers, and remember, this is a team that was in the playoffs 2 years ago. Right, and it was a consensus that, well, you're a quarterback away. Phillip Rivers is not what he used to be. Last year, there's no denying the brother underperformed, and he was one of the reasons as to why they lost majority of those games. They lost 8 or 9 games within 7 points, and they had the lead. It was just like the Lions. Both of those teams just complete crumble, all right? More blowjobs than Lisa Ann. They could not hold on to a lead, all right? So basically, with them, going and drafting Herbert, that just shows that, we're just going to rebuild, all right? Letting Melvin Gordon walk, which you probably should have, because I don't know why the brother held out, but paying Eckler all of that money. I thought what they were going to do is draft a receiver to add to their receiver room, because Keenan Allen, in my opinion, best route runner in the league. Then you have an emerging, Williams that's there as well. Add another receiver to make a trio to aid who you'll bring in, because I thought maybe they'll bring in a Cam, maybe a Jameis Winston, somebody. You could even throw in Flacco or something. I probably wouldn't, but you could even make a move for Dalton. But I didn't think they were going to go and draft a quarterback. I don't think that would have been the good move. Anthony Lynn is one of those coaches where I really do like him. I don't know if the organization does. So if you bring in a rookie quarterback and you don't get back to the playoffs, are they going to retain him? So if I was that front office, I probably wouldn't have drafted a quarterback. There are a ton of other people who are on the market. But I haven't met a Chargers fan who's like, I love it. I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, it's one of those picks where the talk of Herbert, from what I understand, is that there's definitely a lot of upside with him as well, but you just don't know if he's going to be able to come out the gate and start week 1. There is a lot of talent on that team as is. I'm not really sure how the offensive line stand, but in terms of the receiving core, you have a Keenan Allen, you have a Mike Williams, you have Austin Eckler in the backfield. So there's something there to work with. However, like you said, that you didn't have to go and get a Herbert, but with the options that are available outside of a Dalton, we already know what the case is with the Jameis Winston, with the his issue with turnovers. Cam Newton, what's the question of his health? We'll get into all that stuff a little bit later.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they should have went with Cam. I'm seeing a lot of Cam.
I thought they were going to go with Cam, because right now I think they have
Javion's birthday. Happy birthday, Javion.
Okay, yeah. I know they have I know that Tyrod is on the roster right now as the backup QB. So I mean, I think we all kind of assumed in our minds once we saw that, because initially we thought Cam was going to go somewhere else.
Yes.
I think we thought he was. I forget what the team was, but
Chicago. I believe it was.
I think it was Chicago. And then once we saw that they re-signed Mitch Trubisky, he was like, okay, cool.
Brought in Foles. They made the move. For Foles. They made the move for Foles.
They made the move, but I think they also did re-sign.
No, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't give Trubisky nothing.
They didn't give Trubisky nothing.
Nah,
okay,
I don't.
So once they brought in Foles, you're like, okay, cool, that's out the way. He has to be going to the Chargers. And then once we saw they got rid of Phillip Rivers, we're like, okay, yeah, for sure. And then they make this move, and now you're kind of just sitting here wondering what's going to happen to Cam Newton, kind of just sitting there in limbo. It is what it is. But I mean, the move for Justin Herbert is going to be interesting. Obviously, given that they draft for him, you have to believe that he's going to be the starter week 1. Let's see how that plays out.
Not necessarily. I think they'll compete with Tyrod Taylor. My thing is, I'm not one of those. Although I do believe a QB should sit their first year coming in to an organization, especially when you're kind of unsure at QB. You don't want to just throw somebody as a rookie into the fire. You don't want to have that happen. But Tyrod isn't necessarily that person who should hold that position as starter in grooming somebody. Because ultimately, we know how Tyrod Taylor plays. He's very conservative. He won't turn the football over, but he ain't going to go out there and sling and throw touchdowns.
Right.
But the minute that you see the brother start to struggle, they're going to pull him. So that's not going to do anything for the psyche of the rookie coming in, because look what happened with Baker Mayfield when he was in Cleveland. Tyrod ain't really played bad the first 2 games. Right. In fact, they forget the game that he was playing in New Orleans. He hung like 48 points on the Saints defense, and then they ended up losing, unfortunately. But once he started struggling against New York, then you send in Baker, and Baker did, step up to the challenge his first year. So with Herbert, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping that Herbert doesn't have to start because he's going to be in a very tough situation. But
especially in that division.
Yeah, exactly. Because you got the Chiefs over there, the Raiders are ascending, and Denver, there's no slouch. It's one of those hit or miss sort of situations, so you never know how things will play out. He's in a very tough situation, man.
Right. And then another interesting pick from there moving forward, we're going to look at the number 8 pick where the Arizona Cardinals, we thought that they were going to go, I personally thought that they were going to go O-line to help get get Kyler some help in terms of protection, but they ended up going on the defensive side of the ball, drafting the quote-unquote unicorn of the draft in an Isaiah Simmons, the linebacker, or, I mean, you could call him a linebacker, damn near everything. Brother plays everything.
Out of Clemson, right?
Out of Clemson. What were your thoughts on the move? Like, love, or hate it?
All right, first of all, I believe this was the player that there was when I was doing my live stream, there was a Clemson fan. He's also a Texans fan.
He probably might be in here now.
Yeah, he might be in here too. That was a player that I had on my mind regarding Simmons, because this brother is very versatile. He took snaps all over the field, and him going to Arizona, now that adds another weapon to that defense, so Chandler Jones doesn't have to feel as if he has all of the weight on his shoulders. They thought maybe bringing in Terrell Suggs would be able to groom everybody in that room last year, ultimately letting him go. You go to the Chiefs, win your Super Bowl, now he's just sitting at home, most likely going to end up going retire. But Simmons is a dog. This brother can play, and he's what the Patriots had in a Jamie Collins, where you could, and this back when Jamie Collins was in his prime, you can move him all over the place and he'll make plays everywhere. And Arizona's taking a step in the right direction. As you said, a lot of people thought they would shore up that offensive line. I think they're going to make moves in free agency. So I love this pick. I love this pick.
I love it as well, just for the simple fact that right now, yes, we understand that their offensive line does need some buffing up to do. But at the end of the day, when you get a player that's as versatile as an Isaiah Simmons, that can be a pass rusher, that can play in linebacker court, that can play on all 3 levels on the defensive side of your football team, you good?
Yeah, because he said, Hoodie said, it said regarding Cam, they're saying he might not get picked up until the season starts.
That's tough.
And yeah, it's brutal, but at the same time, you might have a point.
That's tough.
It's highly probable
before
that could be the situation.
Before I continue on with the draft, I'm going to make my point about Isaiah, and then I'm going to take some questions that we have because I do see some people. But I love the pick by Isaiah Simmons, because I think when you look at what the Arizona Cardinals have done on the offensive side of the ball, they've secured some weapons for Kyler, right? You got Larry Fitz, of course, is on his last legs, but he's still there. They got DeAndre Hopkins for a bag of chips and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then who else? They have Christian Kirk. He's ascending as well.
He's Chris, and you still got Kenyon Drake back there in the backfield.
The offensive line, I feel like they're going to take care. They'll definitely take care of that in free agency. And I think that even if they did make a move,
and they cleared up David Johnson's contract too when they traded him away. Yes, indeed.
And the thing with the offensive line, as we know, even if they were to go ahead and make that pick in the draft, offensive lines do take time throughout the season to gel and come together and things like that. With this pick in Isaiah Simmons, you have a guy that's going to be able to come and be a starter day one and be extremely effective on the defensive side of the ball. So I love the pick. I think it was a great move. But let me go to the questions right here, because we got some people. Let's see. One guy asked, Andy Harris 14 asks, how do you feel about Jameis Winston going to the Saints?
I love it.
Okay.
I absolutely love it. Regardless of the fact that despite the fact that I roast Jameis left and right on the commentary, I actually am one of Jameis' biggest supporters. I've been saying for years, I believe in the Bucs. I always have believed in the Bucs with Jameis there. It was just that he has to cut down on the interceptions. He finally got a coach that can groom quarterbacks, but unfortunately, he let him go grab Tom Brady. So hopefully he can learn under Drew Brees how to be more accurate, protect the football, and learning from Sean Payton as well. He can take over that offense and may not keep it at the same level it was with Drew Brees, but he won't let it drop so far off. So I love the pick, honestly.
Got you. Now, another question from my dude, Mini_Rex. He asked, who do you think got the best picks of the draft overall?
Best picks of the draft overall. Dallas did pretty good.
Come on, man.
Dallas did very good.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to say Dallas did great. Tampa was good too. Pittsburgh actually had a very good draft as well. I think those would have to be in the three. Oh, Baltimore had a very good draft too. Okay. Baltimore had a very good draft.
Yeah, most definitely.
And there was one other team that I'll probably have to say. Baltimore had a good one. Oh, it is on the top of my head. I am struggling to remember this here team. The other team that had, because it was like 5 teams that had a very, very sensational draft. It is escaping me. Yeah, the Ravens did good. Cowboys did good. I think probably the Ravens, Cowboys, I'd probably put those two at the top.
Now, going back to the draft, because you did make a comment earlier on talking about, the wide receivers taken, because obviously I think this is one of the more historically deep wide receiver classes that we've ever seen in the draft. The first wide receiver taken off the board was taken by the new Las Vegas Raiders, who ended up going with Henry Ruggs. Was the second or Henry Ruggs, the third wide receiver out of Alabama. I think that shocked a lot of people.
Oh, well, you know what's funny? It shocked a lot of people because they didn't expect him to go first. But then when you saw it was the Raiders, it was this makes sense.
Okay.
Because I believe he was the fastest receiver in the draft.
Yeah, he had
and the Raiders historically always take the fastest players. Since the days of Al Davis. You had Cliff Branch, who could run fast as hell. Right. That's one of the reasons why they drafted Darius Hayward-Bay as the first receiver taken over. I can't even remember who was it. Was Darius it over Julio Jones? I can't remember who it was, but they drafted Darius Hayward-Bay a few years back. He ended up coming to
your team, right?
Yeah, he ended up coming to Pittsburgh doing special teams. He actually didn't do too bad. But I was surprised that they went and took him.
A lot of
all receivers, because you see Jerry Jeudy and his ability. You see CeeDee Lamb and his ability. Henry Ruggs is a very capable player, but I wouldn't say he's better than those two. Now, Gruden knows how to orchestrate an offense, so I know he's going to be able to, utilize his brother's ability. But if you needed somebody who can just seamlessly work into any offense, I don't think that was the receiver to go and take. I'm not saying the brother can't play, but there was better talent that was available. So that one caught me completely off guard.
And for me, if you're going to take a wide receiver with a first-round pick that high up, I would like to believe that he would be able to come in and at least compete for the number one spot in your wide receiving core. And Henry Ruggs is talented, but my biggest thing is size. We know what he's capable of doing talent-wise, solid hands, great feet, all these other different things. But size-wise, I think he was one of the more undersized wide receiver prospects amongst the top rated.
Yeah, he was like 5'5", 5'9", 5'10".
Not 5'5". Not 5'5".
No,
like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah.
He's like 5'11".
Yeah.
Smaller, more of a slimmer build compared to a CeeDee Lamb. Bigger, stronger guys, a Jerry Jeudy also, and a couple other wide receivers that we could look at. So that was my biggest knock against him. And just also, he was definitely one of the top 5 rated wide receivers, but with a CD available, with a Jerry Jeudy available, and a couple others, that one didn't really make sense to me. But I mean, it's like you said, it's the Raiders. Historically, they are known for picking faster players, so it is what it is. But there was that. Then you come to the 15th pick, where the guy who we did think was going to go number 1 ended up falling all the way to the Broncos at number 15 in a Jerry Jeudy. What were your thoughts on that?
I was still surprised that he dropped that low, but him getting picked up by the Broncos, that is a great pick to pair him with Courtland Sutton. And now, given the Broncos don't have any other, quarterback to really compete with Drew Lock, so it's going to be Drew Lock moving forward.
Right.
So he's got himself another target now. Right. And more importantly, he's got a route runner. Say what you want about, people who can make big catches, people who have the size. If you can run routes, you can survive in the NFL. And Jerry Jeudy runs immaculate, crisp routes. So this brother will be able to do well. The only issue that I have is, can the Broncos protect Drew Lock long enough to get Jeudy the ball?
Right.
That's the only thing. Right. I believe it's a great pick, but they need to surround that brother with the pieces to make sure that he can excel to the best of his ability. Because you can have all the talent in the world. You on a team that absolutely sucks and they can't get you to rock, people gonna think you a bust.
Right.
So I hope I wish that brother the best. I love the pick. It's exactly what the Broncos needed.
What made me love it even more was in the second round, they ended up doubling down and getting another receiver, a KJ Hamler out of Penn State, right, to pair up with a Jerry Jeudy and a Cortland Sutton. So you have those three receivers, plus in the backfield you have Philip Lindsay. I don't remember how he did last season, but he definitely.
And remember Melvin Gordon coming over too.
Melvin Gordon coming over there too as well. So it definitely shows that they want to move forward with Drew Lock, see what this kid has to offer. So I thought it was a great pick. Yeah. I absolutely love it. Given that he was the number one rated prospect out of the draft, you could consider that the Broncos definitely did get a steal. But right after that, two picks after that. We got to talk about this. You know what I said? The number 17 pick in the 2020 NFL draft.
Sleeper, big time sleeper.
Arguably the biggest steal of them all. The Dallas Cowboys getting C.D. Sedarian Lamb.
Wow.
What were your thoughts on that? Did you like it, love it, or hate the move?
He was my highest rated receiver in the draft, so I was surprised that he dropped that low. I thought people were going to pick him up way earlier. And you could see it. You could tell the brother got quick hands. He took the phone right out of his girl hands when she tried to go take it away. But I do love the pick. Dallas desperately did need to get another receiver besides just Amari Cooper. They tried the Randall Cobb experience. That did not really work out. I like Gallup, but in my opinion, he's not a solidified number 2 receiver. So bringing in Lamb, that's great. Dak has a new piece for this year before he leaves and goes somewhere else. But great pick, man. I enjoyed it. You as a fan, I wonder what you had to say, because I know you were probably in the house with the lotion in hand, screaming at the top of your lungs.
That's a little
expressive. Boys, we got Vic. We got Vic. Here comes CD Lamb from Jason Witten. He went to the Raiders. He's not really a Cowboy fan. Skip Bayless. Here we go. Derry Dunk with a good pick. And we can't forget we got Amari Cooper. We that boy. I know you was hype about that.
You know what's for crazy? At first, I didn't like it. But then when I thought about the expectations going into next season, when I saw the moves that they did make and just the overall layout of this team, I ended up falling in love with it. I thought they were going to go defense, right? We did see that they saw them. They made a move in free agency to go and get a Gerald McCoy to shore up that interior defense. Last year, DeMarcus Lawrence wasn't all that impressive, right, in the pass rush. So, they ended up, I think they got a pass rusher that in the round 3, Neville Gilmore out of the Oklahoma. But for me, when I think about what to expect from this Cowboys team going into next season, I don't want to dive too much into it, but I was talking to a friend about this earlier. I think personally, if I'm being honest, I think we can expect this Cowboys team to be a little bit Kansas City Chiefs-esque. Here's what I mean by that. Defensively, I feel like there's a lot of holes that still need to be filled. I'm not necessarily sure what to expect from the pass rush. The linebacking core, you have a Vander Esch who has been, I told you, I thought he should have been on the trade block to get moved, right? You still have Jalen Smith. Still got to figure out what's going on with that. And then our secondary, I feel like I'm extremely scared about, because I think that our best cornerback that we have right now is a Wouzier, right? We lost Byron Jones in free agency.
Yeah, went over to Miami.
So there are a lot of holes that need to be filled out in this defense. However, offensively, I think the only question is really what to expect from the offensive line. We did lose a Travis Frederick, who ended up retiring. Tyron Smith, who is still here, is getting older and has been having several injuries. I think it's with his back or his neck or knee. I'm not too sure. But when I look at the weapons that Dak now has available to him, he still has arguably the best running back in football in Ezekiel Elliott. You have an Amari Cooper who was spotty in games last season, but now you pair him up with a Michael Gallup, who's talented, but in your words has hands for decoration. Has too many drops he has to work on. But you pair those two up with a CD Lamb. I think CD will actually help to fill in some of the gaps that Coop has in certain games where he doesn't show up and show out. CD will be able to pick up the slack there on moving forward. And I think that when I say the team is going to be Kansas City Chiefs, as whole lot of offense, not much defense to look forward to, especially in a coach now that Mike McCarthy, who's the head coach now moving forward, who loves to pass the football. It's going to be a lot of games where if we don't put up at least 30, 35 points, we're not going to be able to win because the defense is going to be able to hold it down. But all in all, I love the pick because I think it shores up the offense. Still questionable defense, but it is what it is. So there it is.
Not bad.
And then moving forward from there, I think one of the biggest shockers in the entire draft, the number 26 pick, the Green Bay Packers, who ended up taking Jordan Love, quarterback out of Utah State, in the first round. Now, what were your thoughts on that? Because we spoke about this off air, and you went on a bit of a tirade. But I don't know if you want to share what you said with them. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll say this much. First and foremost, history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Because when the Packers made this pick, I was about ready to throw a brick through the television.
Right.
Because Aaron Rodgers is one of my favorite quarterbacks in the game right now. And seeing what this brother has had to deal with over the course of the last decade, really, where you're carrying this team on your back. You've never drafted another offensive player
It's a shame. Hope you.
since Rodgers.
Yeah. That's just in the first round.
In the first round.
How you do that?
Where is the
How you do that?
where is the brain psychologically?
How you do that?
There seems to be an issue
Yeah.
with the front office. Why would you go and draft a quarterback? He's going to be the quarterback for the future. Get this man some help.
Get him some help.
Devontae Adams using all of his dreadlock power just to choke in the damn playoffs. And it's not even as if this brother don't show up, because he show up when he need to. It seems like the defense don't have anybody. There's no other pieces on offense. He needs help desperately. Nobody expected Aaron Jones to show up and ball out this season. Nobody expected Jamal Williams to go and do that. You think they're going to show up and have the same sort of performance next year? No. It's not going to happen. Jimmy Graham experience came in. What happened? It ain't do nothing. Experience was garbage. That's why he ain't there no more.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Who is another receiver there? Geronimo Allison? No.
Lazard? Maybe.
No. Lazard? No.
All right. What about?
What kind of name is Lazard? You think your last name is Lazard? You can perform? No. Get him out of here.
What about
Marquez Valdez Scantling. Not a number 2.
No? Okay.
These are bona fide 4th receivers, 3rd receivers. Get this man some help. Aaron Rodgers in the house like, what the fuck? He's confused.
He's very confused.
Help this man. Why would you pick up this guy?
Yeah.
Why? It's not to say the brother can't play.
'Cause he can.
I can see he can play. With the right tutelage, he can be
Yes,
a great quarterback.
Yeah.
But Green Bay was just in the NFC Championship.
One game away from the
They
Super Bowl.
can win now.
Right now.
Now. And how many times? I think 5 or 6 times in this past decade you've seen Green Bay in the playoffs lose by double digits because their defense can't stop nobody. You've got to be kidding me. Help Aaron Rodgers. If I'm Rodgers, I'm telling you right now, I'm picking up my phone. I'm calling some Italians. And I'm going to send them to the front office house.
What?
They just going to drop off some potatoes. And they're going to walk the other way. They're going to know what to do with the potatoes. Let the GM know how you feel. Let them know how you feel. Because they're going to do Rodgers like this. If I'm Rodgers, I want to ask for a trade. If they don't get me no help within the next 2 years, I'm out. I'm leaving. Because you don't want to make the same mistake that you made before. Don't screw up Aaron Rodgers. Help this man. Get him somebody else. Why would you do that, son? Ridiculous. Help him.
Help him.
Help him.
You're not gonna say the word. You're not gonna. That's it. That's it. You good? You got it out. I think he got it out. What made it even more disgusting is that once again, historically speaking, this is one of the more deeper wide receiver classes that we've seen in quite some years, and they did not take one. They didn't even sniff at a wide receiver at any round.
5 rounds.
All
5 rounds.
All
passed.
5 rounds.
27 receivers was taken.
That's-
They ain't picked not one.
That's like, for me, that's like a biggest slap in the face. It's like they're like daring Aaron Rodgers to walk out the door.
Boy, he should tell Danica Patrick just to drive the car right through the window.
I don't know if that.
She should know how to maneuver the car the right way where
don't
she
know
don't
if
get
that's
hurt.
gonna
Just make a left and have the back tire hit the window.
Because this is disrespectful.
Throw a sandal at everybody in the front office.
This don't make any
Matter of
sense.
fact, they could just call up like a Hispanic lady, like the ones that are built like the washing machines. She could take the batata, the zapata,
the chancleta.
the chancleta, yeah.
just take-
Orale, and then bam, right there off the top of their head because they don't know what they doing.
They don't know what they're doing.
Help this man.
Help this man. It's gonna be the Devontae Adams show all next season. I'll tell you that much. It's looking rough.
And the brother get turf toe easy, man. He get turf toe easy.
It is looking rough. It doesn't make sense to me. Absolutely no sense to me that they're not getting him any help at all. And at the same time, it's like what made it even more disrespectful. I don't know if you watched the draft live, but it cut camera because they cut. See, everyone was doing the draft from.
Yeah.
You could see like the head coach. What's son's name?
Who
of the Packers?
of the Packers?
Young boy.
Okay,
how I forget his name?
Good Lord,
Somebody say his name in the shit. What's Packers head coach name? Somebody, please. Who?
LaFleur.
There you go. Matt LaFleur. There you go. So Matt LaFleur is like, he's jumping for joy. He's happy. He's excited. It's kind of like, you wonder what was going through Aaron Rodgers, because he's watching the draft.
Yeah, he's doing that Stephen A. meet.
Yeah, just sitting there, just wondering.
I'm having a very bad day today.
Yeah.
Today is one of the worst days. Son, sick. Son.
I'm in no mood. Like, bro, I don't get it. It doesn't make absolute any sense to me, especially when you consider how close they've been year after year after year after year, and to not get the most talented quarterback that we've probably ever seen in the history of the NFL, who's still playing at the top of his game. You understand? He has had some slipping within the past years, but he's still Aaron Rodgers. He's still arguably one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. You don't draft one wide receiver, not one wide receiver, not one wide receiver. It doesn't make sense. You can't justify it. You can't explain it. I need someone in the front office to give an explanation for why they did not get Aaron Rodgers any help. More importantly, the question now becomes, if this is truly their way of ushering him out the door and getting ready to start the Jordan Love era, how long before do you think that'll come into effect? And also, what do you think Aaron Rodgers' response to this will be this upcoming season, just in terms of how he treats Jordan Love, the behind the scenes that might happen? I guess his play coming into this season, will this motivate him? Will this discourage him? What's your thought? What do you think his thought process is in regards to all of this?
Well, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be like Brett Favre and not give him, help him out at all. Ooh, let me plug in this for my computer guy. But I don't think he's gonna be anything like Brett Favre and not help him out. But I'll tell you this much: he's not gonna get him a discount double check on the State Farm insurance. I know he's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you can only hope he can take Love under his his wing and teach him. Right. But as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be the Rodgers show for a long time. Yeah. Unless this brother gets severely injured, I cannot foresee a circumstance in which you move Aaron Rodgers. Right. Mind you, he took 3 years to finally become the starter in 2008. Now, although he's going into what would be year 16,
I think he's like 30,
15. Yeah, he's 36.
Right?
But what looks on paper, he's old. No, Aaron Rodgers' body is actually much younger. He's only been starting for 12 seasons now. Plus, you had injury-riddled seasons for back in 2017, 2018. Right. So that he did. And he has some more fresh legs under him. I'd say his best football years are probably behind him, but he's still very capable. Aaron Rodgers at this level is still a top 5 quarterback in the league. Yeah. And that's still saying something, because all of the other guys in front of him are young guns. Right. Majority of them are young guns. This brother can still play. I'm not understanding why they did not draft. Hell, you could have even got a tight end. Right. A top tight end. Make a move in free agent. I'm hoping that they do. Because it seems like the only wide receiver that Green Bay going to be talking to is Michael Sam on a Zoom call. This is ridiculous. Help this man. Help this man.
That was uncalled for. I didn't see that one coming. That's tough.
That's what he said.
That was also what he said. But there's a lot of things going on in the NFC right now, man. Outside of the draft, the NFC is one of the conference to watch. Not just because of what's going on in the NFC North, but my friend, the NFC South has taken quite of the shake, because a lot of moves have been made. You have Jameis Winston, who is now the backup quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. You have the Atlanta Falcons, who now have a new running back in a Todd Gurley the second. You have a Carolina Panthers, who have a new face in town in a Teddy Bridgewater, who will be their QB1 moving forward. But there's another team that's been taking quite some moves and quite some turns in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have a new quarterback in TB12. We're talking about Tom Brady to Tampa Bay, Buccaneers, TB12 to TB. It's the talk of the town. Now, at first, everyone was excited. We were looking forward to seeing Tom Brady continue on his legacy and confirming that he is definitely the GOAT, the Cabrit, the greatest of all time. But we didn't know that this was coming. We didn't see this coming. We saw a lot of things coming, but we damn sure did not see Rob Gronkowski, the man, the myth, the legend himself, to come out of retirement to join Tom Brady. Now he wasn't a free agent. Nope. He was still signed to the New England Patriots. Yep. So he had to trade for him. They traded him to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to join his friend Tom Brady to continue on and go into this upcoming season. I think he's still on a 1-year deal for like $10 million or something like that. Absolute blockbuster trade. What were your thoughts on Rob Gronkowski coming out of retirement, and what are your expectations now? Also, remember, in the first round, they did move up one spot to go take a Mekhi Becton to shore up that offensive line. What are your thoughts for this team going into this upcoming season?
Well, for one, you can expect to see the Bucks as legitimate playoff contenders. I'm not going to say Super Bowl contenders because you never quite know. On paper, they definitely do look like that. But usually teams that are primed to go very far, you've seen a lot of disappointment. You've seen the Browns disappointed. The Rams actually came to play, but they did lose in the Super Bowl. So I'm not going to, say anything. But Tom Brady alone and the way that he can lead a team, I'm curious to see how things play out. Bucks had a very underrated defense last year, and now adding Gronk coming back, and it's not as if O.J. Howard, they are looking to shop him, but if he stays there, you got a great tight end room. All right? Now, my thing is, what is the offense going to look like? Is Arians going to switch his offense to play to Brady's strength to where, all right, I'm going to play very quick, I'm going to have short yardage passes and slowly and methodically walk my way down the field? Or are they going to play Arians' style of offense to where I'm going to drop back 5-step drops and stand there in the pocket to go down the field? Because you do got two receivers who can stretch the field in a Godwin and also Evans. And Evans is a tier 2 receiver who can easily go over the top with a Tom Brady if he can play at the level that we expect him to play at. But it all comes down to how the offensive line plays. They went and made moves to make sure they can shore up that offensive line.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, they actually franchise tagged their premier player.
Shaquille Barrett. Yeah, Barrett as well. Yeah, so I expect this Bucks team to. It still runs through the division. Still runs through New Orleans. It still runs through New Orleans, but they definitely can. If they don't win the division, they'll be a capable wild card team. They'll come in as a 5 or 6 seed, most likely a 5 seed, and you still wouldn't want to see them one way or another. So I'm ecstatic to see how things will play out. But as for Gronk, I don't know what his performance is going to be like. You did have a whole year to get your body healthy, so he's coming in at 100%. He's got to look over his shoulder because he's currently the 24/7 champion in WWE, so he can get hit. He still has the belt. So we'll see how things play out. I'm not too sure if he vacated it over the course of the past week or so. But if he still does have the title, I expect before the game, during pregame, Gronk might not make it to the game. Somebody might just hit him with a tractor trailer, then pin him for the championship, and then he's gonna have to get medical attention, of course. But I'm curious to see where they go, man.
Yeah, all eyes are on Gronk because at the end of the day, obviously, you're talking about arguably the greatest tight end to ever play the game. But at the same time, it's a bittersweet kind of thing when you talk about him taking a year off from playing. Because on one hand, we talk about the injuries that he sustained throughout his career. He actually got into more depth after his retirement, talking about the concussions and the strains, and him really sitting down after certain games, really contemplating if he wanted to keep doing this to himself, given that he was such a massive guy that the kind of hits that he was taking. Calvin Johnson also talked about stuff like that he had to deal with. Just as bigger receiving targets that they were, to all those hits to the legs, all the players hitting him in the head and things like that, the concussions that came with it. Now him getting that year off from football, his body did get a chance to heal. However, you know better than I do, you get that much time away from the game.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take some time
to get back into the rhythm and the groove of things. So definitely all eyes are on Gronkowski. However, Tom Brady is literally at home jumping for joy because this roster, compared to what he was given last year in his last year with the New England Patriots, you couldn't ask for anything more. The receiving options, I think they know. In a O.J. Howard, now there are questions of if they would move because I think they have like three tight ends.
I think Great is still under contract.
O.J. Howard, and I think
and now Gronk.
Yeah, now Gronk. So we're gonna be interested to see how things move forward there. But you have a Gronkowski. We'll see how those things play out. Mike Evans, who has every year in the league has had over 1,000 receiving yards, 6 years in a row. Absolutely sensational. You have a Chris Godwin. The offensive line, they were able to get that more stout with the drafting of the Mekhi Becton. And then the backfield. I know you're not a big fan of Ronald. I think his name is
Ronald Jones and Peyton Barber. I'm not really feeling the Bucks running back by committee. I don't know what they're going to do moving forward if they want to bring somebody who's much more solid. It depends on how Arians wants to use his running backs. Now, granted, Arians has never really needed a running back who's prominent, big, like top 10 in the league sort of situation. It's just if he can get a running back who can pass protect effectively, catch balls out of the backfield, then he'll be fine. Now, Ronald Jones, from what we've seen thus far, he's not really that. Peyton Barber, a little bit, but I don't think it's really indicative on how the success of the team will go. I think it's going to live and die by Brady. And that's a blessing and also a curse as well.
Now, I got to ask you this because you did bring up the Saints. We do know that, obviously, the division does run through the New Orleans Saints. However, you look at their postseason luck the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Going 3 years back, I think that's when they had the pass interference that wasn't a pass interference. No, the Minnesota Miracle.
Yep.
Then the year after that, the pass interference that wasn't a pass interference. Yep. And then this past year, they just got straight up.
Yeah, three straight seasons, you know, losing their playoff games on the final play of the game.
So now, looking at what I think the two teams that everyone has their eyes on. I mean, don't count out the Falcons, of course, but given the blockbuster moves that the Buccaneers made, everyone assumes it either comes down to, okay, Saints or Buccaneers is coming out on top of this division. Yes, the Saints do have all the leverage given that they've done it year after year after year. However, you have to wonder, with Drew Brees who's getting older, given the luck that they've had year after year after year these past 3 years, how confident do you feel that New Orleans Saints at the end of the season will be able to thug it out and come out as a division champions?
I still have confidence they can pull it off.
Okay.
For sure, because they've had very good regular seasons. The only question is the postseason success. So as long as they can win their division, they should not have any problem. But I'll tell you this much, every single game in the NFC South should be prime time. When Atlanta is playing in their division, outside of playing against the Panthers, of course, although people do want to see Christian McCaffrey, but they should be prime time games. I'm confident in New Orleans. I believe they can beat Tampa Bay twice. I think that they can. I honestly think that they can beat them twice. But it can go either way. It's not saying, oh, it's a guarantee sort of situation. Right. That's not the case. Right. It's going to be a tough game either with both ways. But I truly do believe New Orleans ain't going to have a problem this season coming in and, you know, performing the same way. The only question will be the postseason, will Drew Brees continue to have lapses? Because as of the past few years, he hasn't really performed at a high level in the postseason. It's just not happening. I'm not too sure what the deal is. So that's where my concern is.
Now, real quick, before we get into the last segment of the Whole My Nuggets podcast, going towards the beginning of the episode, we did say that we were going to take some live video requests from our live streams. We have the Chisel Adonis live stream over here. We have the Whole My Nuggets live stream over there. And, of course, we have the Hot Mic / YouTube live stream there. But I wanted to start off with the Chisel Adonis live stream because I know we have about 21 people in the live stream right now. So we're going to take a live request. If that's you ready to bring someone on?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, see what's happening. So I see.
Oh, yeah, lift the phone more up, though. Yeah,
I don't know what's going. Yeah, this is good. So I think. We got a couple requests. Hold on. Let me see.
Don't they have questions? Don't they got like a question tab? Let me see. A question tab.
I'm gonna bring somebody on. Okay. I'm gonna bring on Jeffrey Hines.
How do I think? Okay, Eric says, how do I think that Jameis Winston will do on the new team? Well, he's gonna be a backup first, so it's gonna take some time before he actually becomes a playing in games of that sort. So I think he'll be fine in New Orleans. I definitely think he'll be fine in New Orleans. I love the Ravens draft. Kite Man says, what do I think about the Ravens draft? I love their draft. They made very solid picks. As well, bring somebody.
We got 20 seconds remaining.
Oh, we do? Oh, good Lord. Okay, so what we going? Yeah, we got to shut off the live and come back. Yeah.
We're going to start it.
Shut off the live and come back.
And we'll bring somebody on because we got 11 seconds remaining. So we're going to end it.
Golly.
All righty.
Yeah. Shut it off, come right back. Shut it off, come right back. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to do it on this one, too. This one going to shut off and come right back. All right, hold on. Golly.
That's crazy.
73 over here. All right. No.
We had 530.
That's great. Okay. How about the Eagles? Eagles draft was kind of weird. I wasn't expecting them to pick up Jalen Hurts. I'm not too sure what they're going to do. I heard some reports about a 2-quarterback system. I don't know how that's going to work out. But
that's a good question.
Yeah, it's very intriguing. I'm curious how that's all going to play out.
All right, I'm going live on here again. Here we go.
How do I get back to the?
There you go. Just
just go back. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
go back live now. All right, there we go.
Here we go. Start it live again. All right,
let me see the. Go to the hot mic.
All right, we back and we better. All right, people coming right back in. All right, look, 6, 7.
There we go. Jerome says, Greg Olson.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Oh, where's your phone? Give me your phone. Yeah. So I'll open it on hot mic so I can have the hot mic chat room right in front of me.
YouTube.
Yeah, because YouTube chat.
I don't have the Hot Mic app though.
Huh?
I don't have the Hot Mic app.
Oh, word? You don't?
No.
Well, guess what? You about to download it right
All right,
now?
let me download it. Give me a second.
How you gonna have it? Then didn't delete it.
Because my phone was giving me some problems.
It was giving you problems? Damn, that's a shame. All right, here we go.
Here you go. Hot Mic. All right,
we
so
back.
damn, they flew right back in here. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do on the IG live stream is send you requests to join the live stream. We'll let some of y'all hop on, ask some questions, shoot the shit with y'all for a little bit before we get into our live segment. So if anybody wants to hop on the live, send a request.
Yeah. Oh boy. How about the Texans? I feel as if the Texans still got no hope. Ever since they made that move, I don't trust anything that Bill O'Brien.
Gotta get rid of Bill O'Brien.
I don't trust anything. He should undraft himself.
Yeah, Son said undraft himself.
Yeah, undraft himself. Matter of fact, put himself in the draft for the Army. Go to North Korea and say he was a surgeon.
Here you go. We got a request. Go live with Wolf Flash. You don't get nobody.
Nah, somebody get on here. Somebody twerking. Oh, wait a minute. There you go.
Fam?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh, it's low.
Yeah, it is low. Don't.
Whoa.
Don't break it now.
What's up?
Don't
Keith?
break it now. How's it go?
Where you from, dog? Are you from?
OHIO since he sucked.
You got a Bengals hat on?
Oh no! You got a Bengals fan live? Oh no!
Goodness,
we got a Bengals fan on live.
Goodness gracious!
What is he doing?
How'd you feel about the draft, bro? Okay.
Wait, bring the phone over. Bring the phone over so the people on YouTube can hear.
All right.
We got our quarterback, we got our receiver, got a couple linebackers, so I'm all right. But it's just 30 years of nothing.
30 years of nothing.
30 years of nothing.
30 years of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's tough.
Well, I can tell you this much: it's going to continue to be nothing. I have no faith in the Cincinnati Bengals, moving forward. I do not think, although I can say this much, I do believe that Joe Burrow is capable.
There you go.
I'm hoping that they can surround him with the correct pieces. Retaining AJ Green is something that they really have to hold on to. They can't let this brother go. I think they gave him a franchise tag, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then Tyler Boyd is still there, if I'm not mistaken.
Is Eifert still there?
No, the Eifert, I think they're moving on because Croft is going to be the starting tight end, correct? Oh, Croft is in Buffalo.
Got you.
Okay, yeah. So there it is. So, I'm hoping they can keep Mixon as well. On the offensive side of the ball, they just have to continue to add pieces for Burrow. On the defensive side of the ball, they're kind of aging with this because Geno Atkins is getting up there in age. Dunlap is getting way up there in age. Hell, I don't even know if he's still there. Is he going to be moving? I'm not sure. Yeah, so they got to get some other pieces around them, but they're a couple years away. But from where they sit right now, I think you're probably still going to be in the same position.
And especially with the way the division is looking right now, it's the Steelers, Ravens. Oh yeah, Browns.
Steelers, Ravens, Browns.
You can make the argument that it's really between them and the Browns in terms of who's the worst team in the AFC North.
Yeah, pretty much.
What the Ravens is looking like. The Steelers, Big Ben is coming back, right? Mm-hmm. The Browns, if they're able to figure it out, with this Odell, Jarvis, and just Baker situation, then, y'all are at the bottom of the totem pole. But you got your quarterback of the future, so that's good, right? That's good. Now it's just a matter of everything coming together. I don't know how you feel about Zach Taylor. I still feel like we got to figure out what's... No, you don't got no faith. He shook his head. He was like, nah, fuck that dude. You just... No.
There it is.
Got you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Got you. Yeah, man. We'll see what happens. But otherwise, we appreciate you for tuning in, brother. Thank you for coming in, and we'll see you later or whatever. Appreciate it.
Yo, wow, that's a way to end it.
Yeah.
All right.
So we go. All right. So we on.
Pick one more. Okay, now I got the hot mic chat room open.
All right. Good.
There it is. Clemson fan coming in. Oh, they grabbed T. Higgins. Apparently, T. Higgins.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, they grabbed T. Higgins.
I forgot about that.
That's good. I almost forgot to mention that.
All right, we got someone. I don't give a Chuck.
I don't give a Chuck.
You want to add him?
Bring that in there.
Let's see who I don't give a Chuck is.
There's YouTube room over there. Oh, and if you do want to hop on the live, if you're watching on YouTube Hot Mic, if you want to hop on the live, come over to Instagram. Come over to Donna's Instagram. Hop on the live. Hey, what's going on? How's it going, brother?
You good?
You all right? Oh well,
What's good?
well here we are.
Yeah, what's going
here
on?
we are. Oh God, Texans fan.
Texans.
All right,
Yeah,
all right. You gotta let
that.
the people know. Clemson fan, you got a fellow brother in here. I know you're a Texan fan. You got a fellow Texan in here. How you feeling about what Bill O'Brien has since done to your team?
I was trying to see what y'all thought of the Dobbins getting passed up by the Texans with David Johnson.
I thought, you know what? I'm not surprised that it happened. I don't necessarily have a problem with David Johnson. I just think he's way old. And if I was the Texans, I probably would have went to go draft a receiver rather than a running back, because they're going to need to put pieces around Watson, because he's what's going to make the team move. So I'm not really surprised at that. If I was in the Texans front office, I would probably went receiver. But then leaving, not taking Dobbins, they probably could have done that to help the organization. But I guess the rolling with Johnson is going to be what it is. But his best days are behind him. So I don't know. Until Bill O'Brien leave, it's over for the Texans. If I were you, I would start to probably send some messages over, tell the people in North Korea,
NRG Stadium, bro, with some
just put out some, even if it's fictitious news, let people know the surgeon that worked on Kim Jong-un might or might not be, Bill O'Brien. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done.
It's crazy. Wait. So hold on. What part of Texas you live in? You in Houston? Okay, got you. I was here. So why the Texans over the Cowboys? I'm just putting it out there. I just gotta ask. Like, you say no, Cowboys. You don't respect greatness? Is that what it is? You don't want to win? I don't understand. All right, well, it's the 90s, brother. Let's be respectful. And greatness is getting ready to ensue this upcoming season. You understand what everything that we got going. Greatness. Yeah, greatness.
Oh, on Madden.
No. In real life, because you on our way to the Lombardi. You understand?
It must be on Madden.
No, the Lombardi party. You
going to Vince's grave.
No. We're gonna win.
Why? That's nice. It's nice. It turns out Cowboys are going to Vince's grave. Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, me disrespectful. But yeah, man, we appreciate you for tuning in, brother. Be safe. All righty.
All right.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right.
I feel like we got to show some love to the whole.
Yeah, you're gonna go with Texans one. Let's go over to. How do I find a request over here?
You go to the little button thingy at the bottom.
The button. This button thingy.
Yeah,
this button thingy.
The friend. This shit.
Oh, the friends. Okay, all right. We got a request. Okay.
Adam?
Raymond. Yeah. Oh, bring in Raymond over here. All right. No, it's connecting. It's connecting.
Do you want to take this out?
No, you can leave it right there. It should be popping up. I think we gotta wait for him to come in. And if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Hot Mic. If you do want to hop on one of the requests, you gotta go over to Instagram.
Oh, it's a Saints fan.
It's a Saints fan in the building. All right.
Saints fan. Oh, his Wi-Fi.
Brother. Good Lord. Oh, you were shooting this on the Nokia.
His Wi-Fi is.
Let me get his phone. I got your phone right here.
Yo, get his phone, bro.
Yo,
what's up with your Wi-Fi, brother?
Is this the phone you going live on right now? You got the old snake phone, the old Nokia brick. I don't want to drop this on the floor. If I drop this on
might
the
leave
floor,
a hole in the floor.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like the unchiseled buttons is stomping. But how's it going, brother?
So you saying you wanted the Saints to get Jordan Love?
So he's not feeling Jameis Winston. Yeah, he's not feeling Jameis Winston. You had the so you wanted the Saints to go grab Jordan Love. So you really wanted a quarterback coming, because I believe they did pick up another quarterback. They got 4 quarterbacks in their room right now. I know a lot of people were hoping that Taysom Hill might become the starter. I've never been a big fan of that.
Yo.
But what are your thoughts on the Saints, moving forward? What do you think they're gonna do next season? Okay. All right. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You kind of pixelated right now.
Brother got on a Nextel Plus plan. This is not. This is tough.
The phone not doing you any favors.
This man has
right
a
now.
Motorola Razr. Y'all need to see what he's recording on right. This is bad. This is really bad.
Yeah, I'm seeing one tooth right now. It's like I see you smiling, but it's not coming out.
It's not.
It's bad, bro.
You live in New Orleans? Oh, you didn't say Louis.
Oh, okay.
Damn. Goodness.
God, I thought you was like under like Katrina, like you underwater right now.
Yeah, it's bad, brother.
It's bad, man.
All right,
but I appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you for tuning in, brother. Thank you. Continue to show love. Be safe.
Yeah, man. Best of luck to your Saints.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go back to the chisel because we actually got a lot of requests over here.
Yeah, no, we got take two from each one. We got a lot of ones that are coming.
Yeah, we got a lot of coming in over there. Let's take another one.
The whole my Nuggets one. We got everybody. Hey, the hoodies. Hey, always show love.
Oh, you know him? You know this dude?
Huh? Yo, he always popping up on the hot mic.
Right. We coming back here in a minute.
And on YouTube, for those of you YouTube hot mic, hop over to Instagram or come in with your request.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
Hoodies in the bill. How's it going, brother? Your thoughts on the draft? What's your team? Well, we already know.
The what? What is that? Patriots? The what?
The G-Man.
Oh, why would you let him in the?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Just for you.
Nah, goodness gracious. You a Giants fan? Goodness gracious. All right, what? All right, well, what were your thoughts on Andrew Thomas getting taken with the number 4 overall pick, number 4 5?
I'll put the audio for you guys so you can hear it.
Yeah, can I go any higher than this, brother? If you could scream.
Yeah. You gotta put the volume kind of high.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see this. This is a lot going on.
We got Philly fans over here too.
I'll say like it was surprising.
Okay.
But like looking back on it, I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't really know about it. But Daniel Jones does need protection. You need to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
So hey.
Okay, all right. What do you think the Giants are gonna do this season?
Give me a record prediction.
Yeah, record prediction.
5-12, 5-11.
Oh, good lord.
5-11.
Well, yeah.
What 5 games are y'all winning? Come on, no, y'all. I give you. You know what? I think 3-13 is a nice way to start because y'all are the worst team in the NFC East right now. It really comes down to the Cowboys and the Eagles.
The Redskins?
No. Cowboys and the Eagles.
No. Redskins.
Yeah, y'all have to be worse than Redskins have right now. I think the Redskins have more promise than y'all. It's going to be interesting to see what Dwayne Haskins going into the next season. I like the Terry McLaurin, whatever.
Yeah, McLaurin,
he has a lot of upside. Plus, with the Chase Young on the other side of the ball, if they can get him more pieces around, they released Josh Norman, right? They got rid of him.
They let him go.
But I mean, I like the Redskins better than I like the Giants right now.
All right, not bad. Giants fan coming in. Oh wow, look, Einstein wants to.
I'm gonna let him join.
Einstein wants to come on and talk some Giants too, man.
Oh yeah, we go.
I'll say this much regarding the Giants. Everybody knows how my disdain that I have for that organization.
Yeah.
But they're a few years away. I'll say this much: they definitely need to shore up that offensive line because you cannot allow Saquon Barkley to have to deal with injuries. When the brother got hurt last year, everybody was grasping. They was surprised. They were hoping it was not nothing serious. When he came back after the injury, it wasn't as good as it was before. So we can only hope that he'll stay healthy moving forward, but we'll see. You're the 5 games. 5 games. Giants go get.
I give you a 3-13. I give you a 3-13.
Well, there it is. I appreciate you as always, Hoodies A. Always showing love, brother. All right,
yes, sir. All right, now we're gonna go back over here. It got 30
one
people.
More.
Okay. Let's see what we got in here. I want to choose let me see. Who you want to go with?
Let's see. Free Saquon. Some people saying free Saquon.
That's funny. All right, who do you want to go with, Josh? I want to choose some.
Wait, let me see the
go back.
thingamabob. Yeah. Oh, you gotta unlock it. It went to photos. I ain't trying to see your nudes pop up.
That's
Chief.
funny. That's interesting. There you go.
There it is.
3C. What's good, Chief? No problem.
Fixed it.
Son is where?
Lower this thingamabob.
You wanna make it hot? How do we feel about the Falcons? Who did the Falcons take? Who did they take?
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, if that's the case, then the Falcons had a pretty good draft. My only thing is that the Falcons just got to be able to finish games. They could pick up players left and right, but they got to stay disciplined. That's my only issue. Offensively, I really don't have that big of an issue. You now bring in somebody like a Todd Gurley. I expect that brother to come in and excel, and he playing at home. So I'm pretty sure the people going to pop out and support him. So I know he's going to be having a great season as long as his knee and tendonitis don't come in. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, and those boys, they can bowl. As long as Matt Bryan has the protection, he'll be perfectly fine.
Matt Bryan.
I said Matt Bryan, my bad. I said Matt Ryan. As long as he has that, he going to have the protection. He going to be fine. He won't be on the sideline. Fine! He won't be screaming. That's not going to be happening.
No.
And on the defensive side, they just got a bowl.
Marlon Davis. Who that? Marlon Davis. The Marlon Davis. Repeat. I ain't hear you. Got a little.
Oh yeah, you can. It's something happening.
Yeah, brother. You just got a circle thing. I hear you, but you sound choppy. I don't know. Where are you on the school bus? Where you at? Where you work at?
Damn. Well, you okay? IRS and G's.
What you do? You said what? For Delta. Oh, okay. Oh, you. Oh, all right.
Oh, you out there in the airport?
Yeah, Corona Central, brother. You got to. I don't know about that. All right. What was the question about the defensive tackle? I don't know about that.
Immune. Yeah. Wait, immunity. Oh, you got like Spellbind and Circle? You got Yu-Gi-Oh cards with you? Okay. All right.
You, brother. What was the question about the D tackle? I'm sorry, I hear you.
Oh, you talking about the brother who said you could abuse people and you could pound people? Oh, okay.
That's scary.
He didn't say no homo. So you got to wonder how long until Michael Sam sends him a DM.
Yeah,
but I will say he has the right mindset.
I mean, that's
when it comes to he want to go out there and just abuse people. If you see somebody on the floor, if there's an offensive lineman in front of him, and he twists his ankle and he's laying there screaming, I want my mom. This brother don't care. He gonna smile. He be like, yeah, bring in the next one.
Yeah.
So he's a savage. That brother a savage.
He about that. Big trust.
Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming in here, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Stay safe out there.
Yeah.
Later.
Let me see what else we got in here.
Had a Falcons fan come up in here. Oh, let's see.
Hold on, me and one more over here.
Christopher said, "How do I feel about the Patriots not drafting a quarterback? They're probably gonna either stick with Stidham, or they're going to make a move for Andy Dalton. I believe they will make a move for Andy Dalton. If they don't, I'll be shocked. But we'll see. The Patriots, Belichick is either going to retool that team or he's just going to stick around as long as Brady stays in the NFL. I thought Belichick was going to leave within the next 2 years. I think his ego might keep him there for a few more. I think the Patriots will be just fine. They're going to suck this year. They will suck this year. But Belichick will retool that team and get them back to at least being a playoff contender before he leaves. I have faith in Belichick because I just believe that he's a cheat code coach.
We got it's just a dark screen. I'm scared. I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, dark screen.
Yeah, I don't. Is it your Wi-Fi or is it their Wi-Fi?
I don't know. No, we pretty clear.
Almost 50. Wow. Wow. All right, well, he's not.
Stubbs 96 says, "Did I know that I was featured on the front page?" How about? Yes, I did.
Let's get this guy.
Justin Tate says, "How about Jalen Hurts? I like Jalen Hurts as a player. I'm just not a big fan of him going to Philly."
Let's see what we got. Yo, Seahawks fan was good. What did they do in the draft? Let me see. What do y'all do in the draft? Let's see. So, in for the Seahawks.
Well, for one, I'll say I really do like the Seahawks team.
You said why that? Repeat. Okay, got you. They got Jordan Brooks. Y'all got Jordan Brooks, linebacker out of Texas Tech. That's what you talking about? 27 pick in the first round. Right? Second round, what they do? But
the Seahawks, where they were,
Yeah, Daryl Taylor. Daryl Taylor out of Tennessee, right? Second round, third round.
Yeah, the offensive line definitely needs to be retooled.
Has to. After last season.
In the running game, I think who's going to be number one now? Well, Carson should be healthy now, right? Carson, Penny. Well, Penny might miss more time. Yeah, much longer given the ACL tear. Because I'm not too concerned regarding a quarterback play because we know how good Russell Wilson is. DK Metcalf will become the number one receiver if he's not already slotted there. I love Tyler Lockett, but he's going to take a back seat.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying what they're doing offensive side of the ball. Defensively, they took a step in the right direction last year. I like their secondary, not quite Legion of Boom, but that's kind of hard to get to. The Griffin brothers, they do well. I'm interested of what they're going to do with, I believe it's Shaquem, the one that has the one hand. Shaquem. He's mostly just special team individual. He's there in linebacker. I've seen him line up a few times, but I'm curious to see what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball because I think that's where they really need to double down. In the playoff game, they just fell behind, and then when they were playing catch up, they just ran out of possessions. Right. So that team can definitely win. They definitely can win. But overall, it appears that they did have a decent draft. It's just that the guys that they picked up just have to prove themselves completely. That's it. So we'll see as time goes.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. My guy. Yeah, right. Well, go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. Let's be respectful.
Oh, my man Isaac Carr in the building. How's it going?
You want to? Oh, yeah. Is the Isaac guy thing? Because I think he's a Cowboys fan. I need some. Hold on.
Is he?
Yeah.
How does that work in their house? How did y'all grow up together?
He's an Isaac vibe.
You can bring in Isaac.
Oh yeah, I want to bring in.
You want to bring in Einstein? Okay, you're gonna bring in Big Brother first. All right, we can come Einstein.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut his ass.
Here we go. What's going on, Levi? Right? How's it going?
Oh yeah.
How's it going? Yo, Einstein, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Oh, they put the mic, put it on the mic over here. Now we go back. So this is like 20 years.
Yeah.
This is 20-some years in the making, man. Just a few things. First off, I'm not over the fact that I think the Giants had a shit draft.
Why would you say that?
Outside of Andrew Thomas,
okay,
we didn't really get any skill position guys that I liked. You know, It was a wide receiver heavy class. I get it. You want to protect Danny Dimes. But outside of Sterling Shepard, who else do we have? I love the fact that we upgraded the defense. Slayton's good, but he's not number one.
Okay.
He's a great number two, but he's not going to, like, he doesn't give you, like, you know what I mean? Like, I still hate myself for the fact that we are stuck in this perpetual mediocrity. I've seen 3 Super Bowl wins in my lifetime. 3. And I want to see another one, but it's going to take us a while before we get to number 5.
Now,
it's going to take us a while because
I have a question for you, and this is a very serious question. Going into the season, how do you feel about the fact that my team is getting ready to rub our nuts just all over your franchise in both games that we play? Go ahead.
Well, you know, I'm not too worried about that because this is the same franchise that hasn't been relevant since Clinton was president.
Well, no, we've been relevant every year, brother. I would digress.
Relevant hasn't what?
Well, relevant in just being great, championship contenders, winners.
Winners.
Yeah.
You've been 8-8 for so long. I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
Well, let's just focus on the positive, brother. So when we talk about your team,
you overpaid Zeke.
We did.
Now you're stuck in a shit contract. You're stuck in a garbage contract.
We are. I'll give you that.
And I thought, honestly, y'all should have paid Dak. I don't know what y'all doing.
I was ahead of that. I was lead of the pay Dak bandwagon. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with any of that.
Yeah. And I don't think y'all won't get to the Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is owner.
Well,
that's just my opinion. As an unbiased fan, he's got to
go ahead.
He's got to step to the side.
Okay.
And just let his his son Steven run the organization. Because if you gave Jerry his way, you would have drafted Johnny Manziel, and everybody knows it. Y'all would have drafted Johnny and not that. People seem to forget that. But on to the Giants, a more stable organization.
That's funny.
It's gonna be a rough couple of years. It's gonna be tough. But I lived through Kerry Collins. I lived through Kent Graham. And I had the elite, the great Eli Manning. Okay.
Whoa. The great. The great.
It said the great.
The great. the average.
The above average, barely.
The average Eli Manning.
Like I said, I lived through a lot of crappy quarterbacks before Eli.
Yeah, fair enough.
Got drafted, and we're like, oh man, I hope they don't mess this up. And he gives me 2 rings. In my lifetime, there are certain teams. Look at the Browns. Look at the fucking Browns. But I ain't worried about that. I just want them to get some skill position players because what's going to happen is everyone else in the NFC East, they've upgraded their offense. The Giants, they just focus on the defense. We're going to get in a lot of shootouts, and I see us going at least 3-13, 2-14, another high draft pick. But I'm going to give it a watch because it's Joe Judge's first season. Now, for me, what's going to be the difference is Jason Garrett as offensive coordinator because he has experience as a head coach. So I'm hoping he gives them some intelligent advice, not that 8-8 nonsense that he's so.
That might be all he knows, though. That's one thing you got to consider.
Yeah.
He might come in and tell Daniel Jones, this all I know is 8-8, and he's going to go out there and, we're in a position to win. Let's forget what made us win, put us in this position and just screw up the game. That's where the real question is for those guys and the Giants, man. I'm curious to see what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. Because remember 4 years ago when they had the $200 million defense?
Right.
Or was that 5 years ago, the year that they ended up going to the playoffs? Yeah. So when they had one season and then it all fell apart. So can they find some level of consistency? Because say what you want about the Giants, with Eli Manning there, I believe they went to the playoffs 6 times in 15 years. You did have 2 Super Bowl runs, but in those 2 Super Bowl runs, those are the only times in which playoff games are won. So if they go in, they're fit to be a one and done. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen moving forward. For me, I don't know how things are going to play out in that division because the Cowboys and Eagles are pretty much at the top.
Greatness.
Eagles,
greatness,
and then Cowboys.
Well, that's a lie.
And Cowboys with a lowercase c.
I'll let you guys. I would rather have my eyes gouged out by rusty, poisonous safety pins than to see the Cowboys win another Super Bowl. And on top of that, I would rather be the surgeon for Kim Jong-un and also be the advisor for Bill O'Brien before the Cowboys win another Super Bowl.
Well,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Mark. Yes, we've hit a bump. But that's okay. All great franchises do that. The Lakers hit a bump before they had LeBron. Okay? The Yankees hit a bump before Derek Jeter. Okay? All right? I'm not too pressed about the franchise. Now, if we have a very awful season where, nothing goes right, I want Gettleman gone. I want Judge gone. It starts at the top. I think we should have never gotten rid of Coughlin. I think the way we handled the transition from Eli to Danny Dimes was atrocious. You don't do that to somebody who's giving you 2 championships like that. You don't do that, especially in New York. So for me, I don't know about you, Mark, but I plan on my lifetime seeing another Super Bowl championship. And you could come on down to Route 3 in Jersey, where the victory parade's going to be held. And I could take you there. I can show you what a world champion looks like.
Wow.
Just hold on, brother, just real quick. Just count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them things. You understand me? 5 of them things. And you said you'd rather be an advisor, for Bill O'Brien and King Jong-un's whatever surgeon. You better get your medical degree ready because we about to get another one of them things this year. You can go ahead and take him out the live. I don't want to hear none of this mediocrity. I don't want to hear none of this mediocrity. Get this man off my live. Get this man off my live. He don't respect greatness. Get this man off my live.
All right, Einstein, later.
out of here. Get out of here. You don't respect greatness.
This guy.
You don't respect greatness. All right, we're going to take one more live before we wrap this thing up.
One more.
We'll take it from over here. Let's see what we got. I want to take some more that look interesting. Oh, we got a lot. Let me take. This person said they were going back and forth between lives to try and do. Let me see if they're still in here. This is the last person we're going to be taking. Let's see what they got to say. I am Sharon. Oh, they're here. Who is this? Hold on. I can't see you, brother.
It's loaded. It's loaded.
Yeah, it's probably us. Fuck it. We can hear you. This is good enough. What's going on, brother? Living life lovely, my man. How's
magnificent. Life is great. Life is good.
What we giving up? What we doing? Wait, hold on. What's your team? Hold on. What's your team? Okay, I give you that. But go ahead. Talk to me. What's going on? Interesting. Okay.
I agree. Right before they paid Jared Goff, hell, even before the Russell Wilson contract, I believe, that's when they probably should have put the money in Dak's face, because I think up until that point he had went to the playoffs 2 times. I think he won a playoff game at one point as well. Up until that point, I think that's when they lost in the divisional round. That's when they probably should have paid Dak after 3 years. I definitely agree. They waited way too long. They let the curve for the quarterback pay get way too high, and now they're in quite the unfortunate, precarious situation.
Right. I agree. Right. Well, he's asking for elite money because the money that they're giving out doesn't go by necessary. You just got to be good enough. Kirk Cousins showed that, right? That's the right.
You ain't wrong. Last time I ever got on the L train, it turns out there was nothing but Cowboys fans. In fact, they took me off. They said one of you don't belong, so I had to get off. He was there somehow. Like the Cowboys don't do nothing but lose. Like this just ingrained. You're right. They do have L just imprinted on them. Like the minute that you choose to be a Cowboys, I'm right here with this brother. Tag team, tag me, and bam, there it is. Once you chose to be a Cowboys fan, it was the worst decision of your life. Like you have any tattoos?
I don't.
You do have one, because on your back is an L. It's nothing but an L.
What?
It's unfortunate. It truly is. It's saddening. It is.
Why? Where's this energy coming from?
Where is it coming? It's because the other 31 teams in the league need all Cowboys fans to understand.
Yeah, we're great.
Y'all suck.
All right.
Like it's been so long since y'all been great.
What happened? You said. I was born in 97. So what that mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I was born in suffering. That's
yeah, because think about it. You was born in 97, right?
Yes, sir.
You wasn't even made yet in your pop scrotum. So you wasn't even swimming yet when they won a Super Bowl. I have been blessed to see Pittsburgh go to 3.
Right.
Saints fan here was lucky enough to go see them win one.
Right.
You, on the other hand, have only seen 3 playoff wins. That's unfortunate. How does that feel?
Well, I'll say this much.
Like the only Super Bowl you had is just in Madden when you playing. Because if you do a stimulation, they never win.
Right. I'll say this much. Anybody who follows the Hold My Nuggets podcast knows I've been leading the Dak bandwagon for this man to get paid. I agree. He should have gotten paid 3 years ago, because now all the Cowboys and Jerry Jones have done is dig themselves in a deeper hole where his price tag just keeps going up and up, and especially since they just put that franchise on him. You understand? So now moving forward, I don't know what to expect. More importantly, I one thing I was a proponent of is I don't know why they paid Zeke when they didn't have to. The man had like what 2 years left on his contract. Yep. You could have easily franchise tagged him, right? You take care of an Ezekiel Elliott who didn't have to get paid. DeMarcus Lawrence, yeah, you got to make sure you take care of your pass rushers, but we saw how he underperformed this past year. You take care of an Amari Cooper, you give him $100 million, right? And Dak Prescott, your star franchise quarterback, still has not been paid. It doesn't make sense to me. Now, to address your point about suffering, you know what? I appreciate that, because the thing about greatness is that when you deal with people like you who don't understand the process that comes with it, you understand? I understand why you're saying what you're saying, because you're in the presence of a winner. You understand? I get it. But this upcoming season here, what's going to happen? We got CD. We got Dak for now. We got Zeke. You understand? We got Coop. Right? Understand? We gotta see what that O-line is looking for. Defense is looking patchy, but quite frankly, it don't even matter because we win in the NFC East. Oh, we win in the NFC East. We going straight to the NFC Conference Championship. Yeah, believe that. Yeah.
Y'all still got Jerry.
No, it don't matter. Jerry fine. Jerry good. Jerry good. Let me get the mic. Let me tell all y'all haters out there something about my team. No, stop talking, brother. Let me tell you something about my team. My team this year, 12-4. You can write out 12-4.
All right.
Because we got Dak.
Okay.
We got Zeke. We got Coop, Van Der Esch, Jalen Smith. We got them all. We're going to the Super Bowl this year. Don't touch my mic. Right. Don't touch my mic. Let me talk my talk. Because I've been dealing with a lot of disrespect from all of y'all. Nah, ain't no hollering at it. We winning it all. We taking it all, brother. Yeah, get him off my live. Get him off my live. You understand? We're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl. But ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I had to get myself out of that genjutsu that you had going on over there. This brother thought the Cowboys was going to go on to the Super Bowl. When you do see them win the Super Bowl, what you're going to be doing is you also going to be looking up because you're going to see Kobe dropping 81. You're going to be seeing a whole lot of other stuff because it's a dream. It's not going to be real because it's not happening. The Cowboys is ass. Take the L out of love it. It's over, brother. They trash. Okay? Cowboys got a better chance of all. Like I'd rather have Corona than
disrespectful.
Than deal with the Cowboys. All right, I will lick a foot. I will consume a foot.
That's tough.
I will participate in the Jeffrey Dahmer challenge if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl this year.
This is family.
I will eat a human.
Brother, get ready to turn to capitalism because, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes episode 24 of the Hold My Nuggets podcast.
What if it happened?
I am your man, Marv Glover, and this is the
diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the chiseled Adonis. And I will not be eating any people because you know the Cowboys ain't gonna make it to the damn Super Bowl, but we ain't talking about that right now because it's a foregone conclusion because this is the Hold My Nuggets podcast. This has been episode 24 where we talk 50% sports, 50% real shit, 100% of the time.
If you don't like that, you can hold my nuggets.
Suck my dick.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to our first interactive stream. We hope all of y'all are staying safe through the Rona. We will be doing another episode real soon. I know we haven't been all that consistent as we should be, but trust and believe we are getting ready to come back bigger and better than ever. As always, I'm Marv Glover, the Chiseled Adonis. Thank y'all on this live stream.
Yep.
Thank y'all on that live stream. Yep. Thank the whole hot mics and YouTube people. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. A good night.
Good night.
Oh.